Hey guys, it's Diddy Goops back with another video. Yesterday was episode number 41. I think today might be episode number 42. And actually, speaking of the days, again, this video is like, it might even be past midnight now, where I am starting to record. So this video again will be posted the next day, kind of. But since it's like tonight, I'm still gonna count it like we're continuing the daily uploads. But we're playing against Reggie Pajut from, is that? I think that's New Zealand. Let's go. Guess the flag correctly. And we're in an Italian game, and he plays h6. Now, that's a very slow move. I know that's not a very good move. I just don't know how to really punish it and make my advantage shine clear. But I'm pretty sure I should go ahead and start with d4. And oh, he played d6. Interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and take. And I think I'm actually just winning. Well, not winning, maybe. Okay. Okay, guys. This is an interesting position here, where he did get this pin. He gambits a pawn. Now, if we take here, I don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, I don't know. If he takes here, we take back. He takes back here. I mean, we're up, right? We're up a pawn. We should take, right? I think, but if we take here, he plays something like this. We just go back. We take, he plays this. Oh, but that would just hang a piece. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take. I feel like this should be good. I don't feel scared. Okay, he takes with the bishop. That makes sense. Should I just castle? Castle, if he plays here, do I have this move? Castle's an idea. Maybe I just play this, which is also an idea. This is interesting. This is so interesting. This is something that I've not seen before, this opening. Lots of interesting things. I guess something else is that, can we just play this move? Where we're threatening to take here, and of course if we do take, he's going to go ahead and double up these pawns. Very bad for him. But if he moves this piece, then he might be dropping this pawn. But actually, if he goes like here, he goes here. He's kind of threatening to take here, which could be bad. In that case, maybe we still continue with it. Oh, this is confusing, isn't it? If we go here... Oh yeah, what if we just go queen up here? He does have this move. Kind of bringing his bishop back to safety. Then maybe we just play queen b5, attacking this pawn, attacking his bishop at the same time. That also looks decent enough. And then we can try to get this knight out. But if we go like here and he plays something like queen e7, protecting this pawn. Maybe we go bishop here. Let's try it out. This is a really confusing position, though, for me. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, he goes ahead and brings that queen over. It's confusing. It's confusing. I think I'm going to go ahead and play bishop here. Threatening to kind of just take, and then maybe win a rook with a fork. That would be fun. Oh, wow, but we do not go that route. We go a different route. He castles queenside into this. I could take here. He's going to take back. I take my queen. My king is still in the center, but we're castling it just a bit, so I feel like this should be fine. Or does he have this check here? Guys, I might have messed up. Might have messed up just very terribly, actually. He doesn't play it. He doesn't play this check. My king was still in the center, and he actually might have just messed it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank my family, everybody, the Lord, everybody. Okay, what's going on here? What? There's a hanging bishop. Oh, that's one thing. I don't know what's going on now. I'm going to go ahead and take that bishop. It might be my lucky day. I'm going to go ahead and just block with this knight. And we're developing it, basically. We're ready to do a lot of things, like take with checkmate, bring a rook into the game. So, lots of ideas. I have no clue what's going on, though. Why is my opponent doing this? This might have been a really easy win, but this opening is so unfamiliar that I will have to for sure hop into the analysis to figure this one out. Okay. He goes with this move, but I think after check here, he has to go to D1, D7, sorry, and then I'm going to bring a rook over here. Maybe I should castle. I don't know what's better. Let's castle. I think that's more stylish. Let's castle. And this rook's about to drop too, so I'll go ahead and take this rook. Yep. And now his king's in the center of the board. We could play something like just check here. Oh, there's the mate. It was, okay, I found the mate in 2, though. It was rook d6. He takes, and then I take back. That would have been the mate in 2. This was a much shorter game, and I'm happy to take these shorter games, but I feel like we might have actually made a really big mistake. The engine says that we only had one mistake there, so I don't know, but I think it was a really problematic game, actually, at some point. So let's go ahead and check it out. My opponent had a 54.8% accuracy, so did not play very well, but we were in this opening. He plays h6, and d4 is the best move. We go ahead and take here. He plays bishop g4, and I feel like, yep, I'm just going to go ahead and take. It seems to be a mostly free pawn. And I play queen d5, which is actually a mistake. Queen e7 is the best move. I play bishop b5. Going back, we were thinking about something just very simple as this. And after something like this going back, can we play g4? I don't know. g4 is up there. I guess just developing seems to be good enough. But after something like this, I was just a little scared. But here you play g4. But this starts to get a little complicated for me. Just a little complicated for me. Because after like g4, if he takes here, it gets a little iffy. I don't know. I start to feel a little lost, you know. Apparently, queen d2 is the best move. But this is leaving my opponent a lot of choice. Like, if he wants to save this bishop, if he wants to save this knight. And it's giving me a +2 chance, which, I mean, I understand. It's probably good. But, I don't really see it. I'm going to be honest. I mean, we're up a pawn. But I don't know where my advantage is coming from. So I feel like I shouldn't go down this route. Playing g4 here just seems so weird. But I guess the second best move would just be bishop e2, which I think we were kind of thinking of, just breaking the pin, and we'd be all good for that. We're up a pawn, so it's easy. It's pretty easy to win, or not easy to win. No, do not quote me on that. It is not easy to win, but it is for winnable for me. But how did the game go? That's not how the game went. We didn't play h3, but we played queen d5, which is a mistake, and he plays this great move. I played bishop b5, which I thought was a pretty good move, and he's supposed to castle. And I took bishop takes c6, which is just a complete blunder because he has bishop b4 check. So, just so you guys see this, our king is still in the center, and he actually has castled, so his rook is looking straight at my queen. And I realized this right after moving, which is sad. I guess I should have taken more time to think. But he just has bishop b4 check, and now he's winning my queen on the next turn. So, yeah, that's a bit problematic. Instead of that, what we did have was, I mean, really, any other move seems to be okay. Knight b to d2, kind of blocking this, so if he does go here, we should be all good to go. We should just save. We can just go maybe like here. Attacking the bishop, still keeping the thing on the knight. Knight b to d2 seems pretty strong. Castles is also just decent as well, but I think the most natural move should just be queen c4, which keeps the ideas of all this. But it gets rid of my queen, or it moves my queen away from this file. Apparently, it's still a mistake because there was a much better move, but It's okay. After like knight e5, I'll go ahead and take. He's going to take back. And I mean, after castles, we seem safe enough. He does have more development with these bishops, but I guess we're all good. He might be threatening something like, so like after castles, does he actually have this move? Let's see. After something like this, because I feel like it is putting his rook in the center of the board. It's giving him, it's actually, seems to be decent. Oh, no, it's apparently still a mistake, but I'm not exactly sure why. Yeah, this is confusing. Queen c3 is apparently the best move, but I hate this because of this this thing right here. So queen b3 feels like a safer move to me. Queen b3, but we should be able to develop our pieces safely. He does have a lead in development, but he doesn't actually have a way to, I guess, convert this too quickly. So after queen c3, and if he actually just takes this free pawn, it's not completely free because I guess we're going to start. I'm going to play knight c3. Doesn't seem to be the best move. For some reason. Why? Because he has bishop e6. This is annoying. Having your queen in the open is annoying. We're actually just losing our queen here. That's not true. What if we could go play this, right? I'm so confused. What if we go here? Queen. Oh, we're just dropping the knight then. Okay. That's not a good idea. So then, yeah, I guess our pieces are starting to get trapped. So this gets really complicated after this. So apparently queen a3 is the best move, just trying to get this trade as soon as possible. But yeah, actually now I see why this would be horrible for me. It says it's still a mistake for me, but I don't know. Castles, so maybe castle's not the best move here. No. Oh, this is complicated. This is just really complicated. I don't even know like what I would play. Knight b to d2 probably has to be the best move then. We tried castling, but it just seems to be a really bad outcome. Yeah, -2, so it's really bad. But oh, black is actually ahead here. This is something I just noticed. I don't know why. I think earlier I was saying that all of them were good for me because they're all like advantage of the same color, but actually I'm not black here. I'm white, so this is all really bad for me. So all of a sudden I'm actually losing with this queen d5 move. Probably because although I am up a pawn, he's leading in development, and especially when he gets his queen developed like this. Now he's just threatening to castle, so it's good for him, but apparently bishop b5 is decent for me here, just trade off. But I need to get castled and properly developed as soon as possible. This is interesting. So all of a sudden I'm actually losing here. Bishop b5 is also a bit problematic, but apparently I should have just kept like bishop b5 is now the best move. I don't know. Knight b to d2 is the same idea of just breaking this up. Oh my god, I've got no clue. Queen b5 is an idea to try to attack this, but let's say if he castles here, what do we do? Can we play this move here? I don't want to play like bishop d5, but apparently this is still not very good for us. Bishop e3. We need to start. Okay, so that's the thing. We need to develop our pieces because right now our opponent is leading because there's an open center. Our king is still in the center, so he's got a rook going straight down the one open file. His knight, his minor pieces are all ready, except for this knight, but that's fine. But our pieces are still all in the corner. So instead of focusing on like this attack, I need to forget about that, get my pieces developed, get myself safe and in the game. But even in the analysis, I'm actually having like this mental block of like playing some silent moves such as bishop e3, knight b to d2, knight c3. Like all these are all just very silent moves that are just developing. Bishop e2 is also here, which I guess is breaking the pin, which needs to be done in the future. But we need to develop our pieces. But going forward, I guess we played this, and apparently, yeah, unfortunately for him, he missed that move. But I can just take c6, and then he drops a full bishop. He gets to be a check. I'm going to go ahead and develop a knight because if he actually takes this pawn, he just gets mated. But we're also opening ourselves up to castling and bringing this other rook into the game. After this, we just have queen a8 check. We bring a rook into the game. Of course, we want to do the castles because that's cooler. And then after we take here, he moves here. We have rook d. Oh, this is actually mate in 1. So I missed this. This is checkmate in 1. But I saw a mate in 2 right here, which would be check here. and after he takes, we just take with the queen, and that would be checkmate. That's the one that I saw. And I was just thinking about, like, where exactly is the checkmate? But apparently, we did have checkmate in one right here. I just didn't see this one. The knights are confusing. But other than that, I guess it was a good game. Thanks to my opponent. I think we might have just knocked them under 1900. But we got to see a very interesting gambit where actually on move 7 already we were losing. And then as the game went on, we were completely losing. But my opponent missed the entire point of castling. The entire point of castling is putting this rook onto the open file. And my king is still in the open file, is still in the center, so he had a really big advantage there, but he missed it. I think that's all for this game. It was a shorter game, but even though it was a shorter game, it was such an amazing game because something I'd never seen before. So for sure, a learning experience for both me and Reggie Pajut. But I think that should be all for this game. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. And the opening was Italian game anti-Fred Liberty defensive because they play h6, so you can't play knight g5. So cool stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.